Hi, Michael Fry, President and CEO of Deepwater Subsea. On this daily grind episode, I want to talk about how do you separate yourself from the pack. Everybody talks about, comparisons between people, apples for apples, and for me, what I want to talk about today is how do you separate yourself to where you're just not another face in the crowd. We talk about apples to apples, and we're going to use some props here for a minute. Here's three apples. And all three apples are different from each other. And it was kind of interesting going to the food store and walking through to the kind of the apple section. Here's all these different apples. And when we talk about differentiating yourself from the rest of the group, if I'm a subsea person, I'm a mechanic, I'm an electrician, I'm whatever job that you happen to be, I'm compared to my peers. So when I get a bunch of CVs across my desk and I lay them out and I'm doing a comparison, a lot of people say, well, it's kind of like comparing apples to apples. For me, three apples, everything about each one's a little bit different. The thing that I want to kind of express to you today is don't be an apple. Don't be like the rest of your peers. What I want you to focus on is being the pineapple. And I say this kind of jokingly because, the pineapple's bigger, it's stronger, it's actually sweeter, and more people want to have the pineapple than probably want to have the apple. So when you're comparing where you are in the industry to your peers, something to think about is do whatever you need to do to stand out from the crowd. If you're just another face, if you're just another number, if you're just another CV that crosses a desk, you're never going to put yourself ahead of anybody else. I'll use another kind of example here real quick. I'm shooting this video in December 2015. Two Yetis. We got a 10 ounce and we got a 30 ounce. The 10 ounce, I can go to any store here in Houston and find hundreds of these things. They're a dime a dozen. However, the 30 ounce Yeti, impossible to find. Do you want to be like everybody else where you walk in, your CV's on the desk and they go, yeah, there's 100 of these things? Or do you want to be the elite, the one that everybody wants to have, that one special piece that's going to fit into a puzzle? For me, if you want to separate yourself, go back and look at where you are in your career. If I look at my peers and I say, okay, here's where I'm at, what do I need to do to get ahead of them? What do I need to do to set myself apart? It might be training, it might be professional development, it might just be a different look and just polishing yourself. So something to think about. When you're competing against your peers, do you want to be the 10 ounce Yeti that everybody has, or do you want to be the 30 ounce? Do you want to be an apple, or do you want to be the pineapple? Set yourself apart. You'll find success coming to you a lot faster than if you just sit back, bitching and complaining and hoping something comes your way. That's something to think about.